Today I'm going to be talking about Fable 2.
Is it just me, or did someone get lazy while making this sequel?
Hi, I'm Leah, and I'm a gamer girl. I liked Fable, yet I'm not quite sure why. Fable 1 was a decent game for the most part, besides it being unbelievably short, really easy to beat. The story was decent, but it had a really unoriginal twist at the end. But it was really fun just going around and killing people. When the Lost Chapters came out, I wasn't going to buy it, but I saw it in a used video game bin for $2, so I thought, hell, why not? All I can say is it's a waste of $2. All it was a few extra quests, and I had to restart my character, so not a good game.
I was really excited in 2006 when they announced that they were making a Fable 2. I thought that they would have learned from all their mistakes and this would be a great game. The game was finally released in October 2008.
The main selling point of this game was you got to choose what happened. You could be good or evil. This was a lot like the first one, but now you can also be pure or corrupt.
You can be a corrupt angel.
The main new thing with Fable 2 is that you have a dog that's with you for the entire game. You can teach him tricks, he can do expressions with you, he can find treasure for you, buried treasure chests, and he can also fight enemies.
All the stupid dog is good for is finding hidden dig spots.
They did improve some things in this game. The scenery was very beautifully done, and I really enjoyed the fact that you could choose if you were going to be a male or a female in this game. Other than that, this game was pretty downhill.
I'm going to try my best not to spoil anything here.
The main story consists of 3 different parts where you have to find 3 different heroes, and then there's the final battle with the boss.
Which was so lame, I nearly peed myself laughing.
It was way too short, and I beat it faster than I beat the first one.
You can beat the first one easily in less than half a day.
This game also seems like a bad rerun of the first one. Lots of the quests were almost identical to the first one.
In Fable, you're a boy living in Oakville. The village is then attacked by bandits. You become an orphan, you're alone. You're taken to the guild and trained because of the blood of the hero in you. You then decide if you're going to be good or evil.
In Fable 2, you start off as an orphan living on the streets with your sister. You are then taken to Lucian's castle where your sister is shot and you are blown out of a window. You are saved, but you are alone, and you are taken to a gypsy camp. There, you are trained and are released to choose which path you would like to take.
In Fable 1, you need to save up gold coins so you can buy your sister a box of chocolates.
In Fable 2, you and your sister are collecting gold pieces so you can buy a music box.
Ah, now this is truly a marvel.
Many of the quests are the same as well.
For example, in Fable 1, you do a quest for a grandmother whose grandson has run into a hob cave.
In Fable 2, you do a quest for a grandmother whose son has ran off into a hollow man's cave.
Do you get my point yet?
This game is very easy to beat, and the combat is unbelievably simple.
It's perfect for button mashers.
Just press X repetitively, and eventually all your enemies will die. They changed this from the first one.
In Fable 1, the attack, the flourish, and the block were all different buttons. In this one, they made it all the same one.
Y is for your range weapons. It's much like the melee weapons, except for it's easier to get one-hit kills.
I hate how the spells are set up in this game.
You press and hold B for your spells. You have to arrange them beforehand, and it can be a little irritating at first.
This is what it looks like. You hold B until you get the spell you want. Simple as that.
To change your spells, you have to manually do it in the menu. This can be really irritating when you're in a battle.
With horrible fighting comes horrible enemies.
I was running around the countryside expecting the undead to be rising from the ground and nymphs to be chasing me, but there was nothing.
Every once in a while, an assassin will try to kill you, or a beetle will spit on you.
Hello, we're here to kill you.
The enemies are unbelievably weaker in the second one. The Balverines and the Hobbs do look a lot cooler, but they're a lot weaker. In Fable 1, there was different types of guards, and they'd keep getting stronger as you kept breaking the law and committing crimes. Eventually, it would get quite difficult to fight off all these guards, and you'd have to leave town. In Fable 2, they made this really simple. The guards, I swear, they're scared of you. They're also quite polite, and usually will only attack you one at a time.
And once you've sacrificed enough people at the Temple of Shadows, it's even easier to kill them.
If you are caught committing a crime, you have 3 options. You can either pay the fine, do community service, or you can resist arrest.
Ha! I can smell it, culprit! All the way from here!
They say you can openly roam the countryside in this game. I call complete BS on this one. You can't even jump in this game. You'll be walking down a path and there'll be the smallest little rock in your way and you'll get hung up on it. It's very, very irritating. Most games you can either jump over them, which you can't in this one, or you'll walk over them. I will admit that it's nicer than Fable 1 in the sense that you can go off the path and walk through the bushes and stuff.
Unless there's a pebble in your way.
I really enjoyed the fact that you got to decide if you were going to be a male or a female in this game, and I really wish more adventure RPGs would do this. However, they really should have invested a little bit more in boob technology.
I don't mean to sound gross, but honestly, they had no momentum at all. They really should have played some more Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
It's not just their chest that bugged me, it was the entire female character. As soon as their physique would start to go up, their bodies would start to go down. They'd really start to look fat and butch. I could not tell the difference between my male character and my female character. All my male character needed was to have longer hair and they would have been identical. I think that they used the same model for both the male and the female. So if they plan on doing this again, they should really think about changing that.
Not only can you decide if your hero is male or female,
they also made it so you can pick up male or female hookers. But there's always risks in paying for sex.
or even having sex in general.
You can accidentally start a family, or you can get a nasty STD. But there's this great new invention, the condom. So make sure you keep a decent supply with you at all times.
Also, make sure you have enough condoms just in case you want to have an orgy.
I started a family,
Or 2, or 3.
with both my male and female characters. I was disappointed to find out that the pregnancies in this game were as lame as the sex.
Wow. All I can say is, wow.
I was really looking forward to being 9 months pregnant and fighting off a banshee.
They did improve everything you could do to customize your character, which is nice.
You now have more hairs, beards, tattoos, and even makeup. Something that they really didn't improve on was the interactions. They remind me a lot of The Sims, repetitive and lame. You can dance, blow kisses, or even tell someone to kiss your ass.
But I guess there's really no need for great interactions when all you have to do is buy someone a thing of cheap flowers and they'll be begging to jump into bed with you.
It really pisses me off that you can't assign expressions and items to the D-pad anymore. When you're in a battle and you need a potion, you actually have to go into the menu and select it. I think it's a complete waste of time, and they should have left this feature in.
I'm really happy that they left in being able to buy houses and businesses.
I'm disappointed in how easy it is to make money in this game. I'm really happy that they put jobs in. I think it's a great alternative to having to go around and killing people if you want to have a good character. And by buying businesses, you get thousands of gold pieces per day in the game. If you buy houses and rent them out, you get hundreds of gold pieces every 5 minutes, even when you're not playing the game.
I tried playing co-op on and offline with this game.
While playing offline, I nearly killed my boyfriend. The cameras in this game are so irritating. It's a shared screen, so the camera only goes as fast as the slowest person. And you can't actually manually move the camera, so your dog will run off somewhere searching for something and you have no idea where he went. So you'll be chasing after him, trying to find him. It's just a pain. And only one of you gets to be your character. The other one has to be a henchman. It only has a rusty sword or an equivalent weapon. It's horrible.
Online isn't much better. The cameras still suck, you still can't be your own character, but everyone else that's online shows up as a blue orb, and they can do some pretty cool stuff. A friend of mine got 1,000,000 gold pieces right off the bat when he started this game.
So my overall opinion of the game. Things I really liked about it. I really enjoyed the beautiful environments. I think they put a lot of detail into it. I was really impressed with it. I also got a really good laugh out of the voice acting. They were really funny. Good sense of humor. The banshees were pretty funny too, saying that they were my dead sister and that I was living a horrible life. I also enjoyed that the game had moments where it was really twisted, like waking up from falling asleep in a tower and you're a child with these giant weapons that are bigger than you. Shh, I'm not going to say what part that's from, you have to find it out, but it's a really fun part. My favorite character was definitely Chesty. He was really funny and sick and twisted all at the same time, wanting to cut the legs off the heroes and watching them crawl around. I thought some of the bad stuff. This is where I need this sheet of paper. It's very repetitive, the dog is useless, it's harder to be good than evil, the ending sucked, it's way too short, very unoriginal, the combat is made for button mashers, the enemies are weak, the guards are pathetic, you can't jump, the bodies are disgusting, the sex is horrible, the expressions are hardly worth laughing at, the D-pad's useless, it's too easy to make money, the co-op sucked. I did enjoy the sex to a degree. I thought it was hilarious. It was so bad, I actually liked it. Overall, I give this game a C-.
You still hear Rose's death cry when you try to sleep at night, don't you?